Hey! The heathen them now, they saw them deal like a chaff with the wind driven away. Therefore, the heathen them never go turn upon judgment of the sinner man them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah, loved the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner man them always and always I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Joe! Kadama we groma bea tela higzag beer tanahista lena bashante shante 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 kadama we groma bea tela. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there must be a black pot. If there's no black pot, it means it's not a traditional African home. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking in all its palatability. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes abandon all their differences, relegating all those into the background. Differences of shape, size, color, aroma, and even flavor. They relocate into the black pot, and there they are subjected to some amount of cooking, and they produce food. Ironically, the ingredients and the black pot do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. And yet every time, when it matters most, the ingredients and the black pot will rise to the occasion to produce food. What do we learn from this is a lesson of selflessness. How many people are so selfish that once they are able to grab something, no other person is deserving of benefiting from that, whether they are dying or not? How many people believe that we have it today, let's eat it all. After all, tomorrow will take care of itself. How many people even believe that every poor person is lazy? And that is because of their smartness and their hard work alone. That is why they've been able to make it to this point. My brother, my sister, how many people believe in aiding other people to be able to rise to the top? How many people believe that it is a dog named dog situation, God eats dog situation, and therefore each man for himself and God for us all? Right here in the black pot is a show of selflessness, a show of patriotism. We are rewiring the mindset of our people. It is a show that brings civility to us. Here we deal with civics. My brother, my sister, this is the show where we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And we are in the service of God and country. At this juncture, I want to say thank you so much. We are live on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is Black Empire Media. We are also live on Facebook. Our Facebook channel is Black Empire Media. Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. We want to say thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe to the channels and hit on the bell so that each time we come on, you'll be the very first person to be notified to watch. We want to say thank you so much to ISIT. ISIT simply means I-S-I-T, in spirit, in truth. Now, it is a new app, and this app is a social media app. What can you do with ISIT? You can go live, you can make audio and video calls, you can even text. with EZIT is so positive, no negative connotations and underpinnings and undertones. Everything is wonderful on EZIT. Now, there are powerful algorithms that remove anything negative before it even rears its ugly head on EZIT. EZIT was modeled by Ghanaian engineers in America. Oh my God. Another reason you should be supporting EZIT. Connect with family and friends, make crystal clear memories, and promote your brand and your business. And meet other positive-minded people. This is where you meet your destiny's helpers. My God. Download this for free from Google Play and App Store. And you are on EZIT. Connect with family and friends. I am on EZIT. Are you on EZIT too? Today, we have 5 very important issues to look at. And I tell you, come here! Now, the very first story we are looking at today, my God, it breaks my heart. But watch it. It looks like the pseudo-prime minister of this nation is angry. Gabby Otchere-Darko. He says Ghanaians are in a hurry for a coup. He is asking why Ghanaians are so much into negativity. And by the negativity, you can infer that the coup that people are talking about around Ghana is touching him right at the jugular vein. This is Gabby Otchere-Darko. He's the president's cousin. His uncle is the president. This is the man who is ruling Ghana. The president is too old to think. This is the guy who thinks for the president. And according to so many people in Ghana, he is the pseudo-prime minister of this nation. He calls the shots. We all remember how Ejakun, who was the minister of energy, was sacked and kicked out of power. According to him, it was orchestrated by this man. He said he was on a flight, flying to a destination outside this country to negotiate on our power crisis and see how we'll be able to get some power badge to help us. When Gabby called him and said, I've sent you an email. You need to respond right now. And when he checked the email, after telling him that, oh, he was on a journey and he'll be returning soon, he realized that Gabby had renegotiated the power deal with no reference to him as the energy minister. At the end of the day, he was sacked because Gabby wanted him to be sacked. According to Ejakun, Gabby calls the shots. He can make or unmake you in the political space because his uncle is the president of the Republic of Ghana. This man was born in Chelsea, in the UK. He's a British citizen. My brother, my sister, he has a shared loyalty. Today, if there's fire in Ghana, he's a British citizen. He's in England. My brother, my sister, this could be one reason he's not able to pick up any political appointment in this country. Because by our laws, to be able to pick up a political appointment, you must have only one citizenship, and that is the Ghanaian citizenship. He has 2. He's a British citizenship. He's so proud of his British citizenship, he will never give it up for anything, not even for the presidency of Ghana. He will lurk in the background and bite as deep as his fangs will permit him into the cake of the nation by using his uncle, the good-for-nothing, arrogant president, Nana Akufo-Addo. My brother, my sister, Gabby has spoken, and I need you to come along as we check out what he said. Watch this. He says, Ghanaians are too eager to overwallow in negativism. Gabby reacts to Occupy BOG protest. Run it, my youth. A leading member of the New Patriotic Party, Gabby Otchere-Darko, has called out Ghanaians for what he says is their overwallowing in negativism as a positive way of showing love for country. He explained that the recent protests against the leadership of the Bank of Ghana are uncalled for, citing that other central banks across the world had to step in to do what was necessary to avert economic crisis. In a tweet posted on October 5 via the X platform, Gabby Otchere-Darko further called out parliamentarians and economists for leading a protest to bastardize the BOG governor, Dr. Ernest Addison, whom he believes must be commended for exhibiting the highest sense of duty and patriotism. Ghana is an interesting country. All across the world, the economic crisis of the last couple of years has seen central banks stepping in to do what is necessary, even if not orthodox, under a very difficult situation to rescue national economies. Except in Ghana, where parliamentarians, including economists, lead a protest to bastardize a governor and his team, who should rather be commended for exhibiting the highest sense of duty and patriotism. We are too eager to overwallow in negativism as a positive way of showing love for country. Gabby wrote. Meanwhile, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has criticized the opposition lawmakers for their recent demonstration, describing it as completely unnecessary, and expressed his determination, along with his deputies, to remain in their roles. This is the tweet. Ghana is an interesting country. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we read earlier. And at the end of the day, he says we are too eager to overwallow in negativism as a positive way of showing love for our country. My brother, that's an irony. That's what the man is saying. We are so much into negativism, and that to us is a way of showing love to our country. These are the people who are blowing the money. These are the people who sit back and watch people stash millions of American dollars under their beds and their wardrobes. Millions of American dollars in their bank accounts. And yet his uncle, the president, will come out and tell us, oh, she will be exonerated. My brother, Ghanaians are very patient. And I commend Ghanaians for this patience. Sometimes some people say Ghanaians are too docile. If this was another country, by now, some of these people would be languishing in jail, the hottest part of Kirikiri. My brother, this is a country where we have seen little children going to school in a canoe, drown. One woman lost 2 children, and we all had to come out and mourn. Up till now, the government has not provided a single safe boat to carry the children of Fana to school and back. And this happened only 2 months ago. The only survivor, in fact, there were 2 survivors. They are traumatized. PTDS, totally traumatized. The government is doing nothing to be able to appreciate the suffering of the people. Suffering that this government has pushed us into. Forcing down our throats the bitter pill of corruption. Telling us if you pay e-levy, we will never go to the IMF and the World Bank. We saw how much they engage in political jingoisms to bring on MPs who had relinquished their duties and were resting in America, chilling out and singing happy birthday to you to their children and dancing in front of social media cameras. Ajua Safo on my mind. We all saw how Ajua Safo all of a sudden became a princess, the rotten princess of the NPP. The president was so embarrassed, he had to sack her. Today, my brother, my sister, you all remember how Cecilia Dapa stashed millions of American dollars in her room and also in her bank accounts. You remember how the office of the special prosecutor said it took them several hours to count the money that they saw in Cecilia Dapa's apartments. Again, my brother, my sister, with all these things verified, Mr. President still said that Cecilia Dapa will be exonerated because she's so honest. So to Nana Akufo-Addo, stashing millions of American dollars as a minister of state under beds and in cabinets, it's okay. Today, my brother, my sister, they were able to get Dr. Addison to print so much money for the Republic. Those of you who studied economics, come follow me. Come here. Come here. You studied economics. Were you taught how to deal with the national debt? If a nation owes, how can you deal with that? We all studied in economics whilst we were in school that when your exports overshadow your imports, then you are on a better standing, right? Now, if what you import into the country is less than what you send out of the country, then trade-wise, you are doing well. The other way around is a trade deficit. Need I go into it more? My brother, my sister, we all also understand that if a country is in debt, how can you deal with the national budget? How many of you studied that in school? You have to be able to export more so that you'll be able to make more money and pay. You have to increase the productivity of the nation. It's one of the best ways you can pay your debts. But there are other bad ways you can follow to pay the debts. One, borrowing to pay. You are already in debt. So you borrow money to pay. It doesn't make sense. But it is done. Another way is to print money and pay. Now the problem is this. When you have a lot of money in the system and it is not matched with productivity, hey, Black RASTA, calm down so everybody can understand. If there's more money in the system and there are no goods for you to go out and buy, more money will be chasing fewer goods. And for that matter, there would be inflation. That is where we find ourselves now. Information reaching me is that out of the 196 countries we have in the world, Ghana's cedi currency is the least performer, is the West. Even the Zimbabwean dollar is better than the Ghanaian cedi. The Ukrainian creole, whatever, is bigger than the Ghanaian cedi. And when we are complaining, they say we shouldn't complain. We should rather clap for Ernest Edison because he's the most brilliant guy here. Nana Akufo-Addo led the whole nation to the slaughter. We all have been slaughtered. They have printed so much money that the printing machine is now crashed. We saw so much new notes. They denied that in Parliament, that they never printed new notes. Yet we saw new notes in the system. Were they fake? Right now you hold the money and the money cannot do anything. Within no time, the money is all flashed. So people are even scared to take money. My brother, what happened to us is because of a dirty government with no common sense. With a dirty Bank of Ghana boss with no common sense. They don't see Ghana. They are only interested in political correctness. Oh, let's save our disgrace for the time being. Whichever government is coming in next will bear the brunt of the people. That is what is happening right now. My brother, my sister, to the point that this Bank of Ghana boss, the governor, whose signature is on our Ghana notes, is telling us that the MPs who came to demonstrate, one, it was so unnecessary, and two, they were hooligans, and thirdly, they are uncivilized. Look at the arrogance of Nana Akufo-Addo. All his appointees are swallowing the pills of arrogance. How can the governor of the Bank of Ghana, people have come to give you a petition, you claim that you are not available because you are running diarrhea. Now your assistant is not also available because your assistant is taking a doggy style. Hey, your second assistant is not also available because he's busily watching TV. Manchester United is playing Chelsea. At the end of the day, you send a security man to come and take the petition. Look at the arrogance of this guy. His face is full of arrogance. When he came into power, we gave him a lot of accolades. But the arrogance with which these guys are now treating this nation, the whole nation has opened its mouth like this. The mouth of the nation is agape in surprise. These were the people Baumia told us were the men. Oh, what a team. These are the men. They have let the nation down. And they are not even ashamed to come out and say that, hey, listen, we have messed up and we are ready to make up. How can we make up? No, they are saying we are not going anywhere. We are staying here. And this is what Gabby is saying, that Ghanaians are too much in a hurry for negativism. What do you mean by that? Gabby, with all disrespect, your belly is full. You eat 10 times a day if you want. You are not a Ghanaian. You are British. If this country is on fire, you are in England. You were born in Chelsea. We were born here. We shall stay here and defend our ground. If I were president, people like this, my brother, my sister, will never get anywhere near the presidency. My brother, you cannot sell out your birthright. Hey, do you know how you become an American citizen? Do you know how you become a British citizen? My brother, before you become one, they make sure you recite the national anthem. Are you aware? It's almost like a cult. Recite the anthem and believe in the anthem. It's like a wedding. For better, for worse. I shall take this woman as my legally wedded wife. I shall be with you by rain, by shine, through shine. Hard and soft. I will be with you till the end of time. Oh God, blah, blah, boom, 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 boom. It's a vow. You have to recite the American national anthem. Stand by the national anthem of America. That will tell you that America first. And that in whatever situation, you shall stand by America and with America alone. Today, how can you be Ghanaian and American at the same time when both countries are asking you for your loyalty? This is what I say and people don't like it. I have no problem with you. If you want to go and work in America, you want to go and work in Canada, anywhere, and bring home money to support the people. But once you swear by these oaths called the national anthem and whatever, and you become a citizen, you are a sellout Ghanaian. Some people did not realize it from the beginning. Now we are telling them it's time to do the needful. Relinquish those citizenships. You can still live in America without being a citizen. We are talking about the birthright. You can have a green card. You work, pay taxes to the people of America, and bring home some money for your people as well without selling out your birthright. Is most important. Oh, British Ghanaian, British American Ghanaian architects. And they are happy. My brother, my sister, Gabby, watch your mouth. Let Ghanaians deal with their issues. Let you British people go to England and deal with your English problems. We are tired of two-faced jackals like these people. They are Ghanaians when it's soft on our side. They become British when it gets hard for us. They are waiting for us to be able to deal with the hard situation and make it soft again so they can come back and pretend that they are Ghanaians again. We are tired of these hypocrites. The Arabs call them munafikun. The Hausas call them munafikai. That's it. Come here. Think say you dey wise. Next story, my youth. And the next story says, Ghana must forget gold, oil. And who is saying that? AFRIYIE AKOTO. He's another old man who wants to be president. He's one of the old men, my brother, my sister, who should have long been in retirement. Better still, like Nana Akufo-Addo, some of these old men. In fact, are a big shame to our nation. This man here, all of a sudden is beginning to say things because he has stepped out of his office as a Greek minister. So his eyes are now opened and he can talk freely. So one is tempted to say that these people were quiet all because they swore a certain demonic allegiance to the president and his ilk, and they wanted to protect their jobs and their stomachs. So they didn't talk. Look at hypocritical Alan Chairman. Trade minister all this while you did FOCO. Today, all of a sudden, you are a messiah, you can do everything. Such a joker. Get out of here. This guy too was there, planting for food and jobs. He ran helter-skelter. He was working with the Food and Agricultural Organization, we're told. And he did quite well where he was. So many people believe that he was one of the gurus to help this nation develop. Did he live up to expectation? Why do you want to be the president of Ghana? Because I want to be the flag bearer of the NPP. Such a demented thinking. You have to respect me. I don't know how old you are, but my son could be older than you. Yes, we accept that. That is purely African. But if the old man decides to descend into the gutters and behave like a little child, people younger than his children will treat him like a child. That's how it is. But what is he saying this time around? Does it make sense? He says, your reliance on gold and oil must stop. Agriculture is the way forward. Former Agric minister. Hallelujah. Run the story, my youth. Former Minister of Food and Agriculture, Dr. AKOTO, has said it is about time Ghana stopped its reliance on gold and oil. According to him, the local economy can witness a boost when agriculture is prioritized. He says that agriculture could revolutionize the country as monies raked in from the sector could be invested in other sectors. The MPP presidential hopeful also said he will institute an agricultural management team with the President of the Republic, the team to drive agricultural development. He said, I am convinced that agriculture can revolutionize Ghana and keep its economy stable. Farmers have received scant assistance from the government. I want to make things better. I know for a fact that we can invest in other sectors such as road development, health care, and education through agriculture. Our reliance on gold and oil must stop. Agriculture is the way forward. That is why I am pleading with you, the delegates, to vote for me, he added. Dash. So, Dr. AFRIYIE was in there all these years as a Greek minister. He didn't institute that team he was talking about. Why? You cannot institute it until you become president. AFRIYIE says that we need to push away oil and gold so we can deal with agriculture. I support him. He's 100% right. My problem is, why did you not institute it whilst you were in there? Were you scared of the president? Were you not given the chance? That's the question we are asking. My brother, I don't want to hear about oil. I don't want to hear about gold. Right now, every country in the world has oil. Even Togo has oil. Why do I say even Togo? Why do I say even Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso is a desert. Togo is such a small country that Nkrumah wanted to pull and make it part of Ghana. But it didn't happen. Gilchrist, Olympio, and all those people refused that. My brother, my sister, when we mine gold, we destroy the earth. When we drill oil, we destroy flora and fauna. Water is all over us. There's more water on earth than dry land. A lot of the oil we drill is coming from the sea and other water bodies like that. And we end up polluting our water bodies, and killing aquatic life. Left to me alone, no oil should be drilled. Left to me alone, no gold should be mined. As an environmentalist, it's better to have a clean environment and be in poverty than to be in riches and destroy the whole environment. Hey, this is a quote. I'm saying it is better to have a clean environment devoid of mining and drilling of oil and being in poverty than to be in opulence and have our environment destroyed and polluted. Hallelujah. Hey, look how many people are running to Jamaica and other places just to breathe fresh air. Hey, come here! My brother, my sister, Kai, I'll tell you a short story. There was a man called Cecil Rhodes. Find me a photo of Cecil Rhodes. And Cecil Rhodes is spelled C-E-C-I-L. And Rhodes is R-H-O-D-E-S. He was a little boy in England who was suffering from bronchial asthma. Cecil Rhodes. Bronchial asthma. He had to skip school several times to the point that he had to be sacked. He was sick. At the end of the day, somebody told the family, you know what? The only place you can get fresh air to breathe good and nice is in Africa. The land there is unpolluted. The bronchial asthma that you have is a respiratory disease. So you need fresh air. Go to Africa. They borrowed money and put him on a ship. And he went all the way to present-day Zimbabwe and, of course, parts of South Africa. This is Cecil Rhodes. This guy. Why did he go to Africa? Fresh air, fresh environment. He didn't come here for the money. But the moment he arrived in Africa, you know what he did? He was able to get in contact with some of the kings of the area, including Moshweshwe and the rest. And he went into mining. The same mining that polluted England and the rest of the places he was running away from. He made so much money, more money than the Queen of England, the England that he was coming from. You know the first thing he did? He decided to take over the land and name it by himself, Rhodesia. That's how he paid back Africans for giving him fresh air to breathe. This guy. Fresh air. He polluted the whole area, killed a number of people, my brother, my sister, and made so much money. For me, mining and oil exploration, they are all supposed to kill millions in order to make billions. As an environmentalist, I believe in the agriculture that this man is talking about. Agriculture is enough to make us the richest people on earth. We don't need the gold. We don't need the diamond. If I was president of this nation, everybody would stop mining. Everybody would stop oil exploration. Let the land breathe fresh air. Everybody go out there and plant food. Even in your backyard, you can plant food. Achampong instituted that in his days, right? Plant what you eat and eat what you plant. In their own language, they say grow what you eat and eat what you grow. That was what Cecil Rhodes did to us in this nation. My brother, China is overly polluted. They are all running to Ghana and some other places, buying land and taking over our land. A time will come, our children and children's children will have to buy land in Ghana from Chinese. Does it ring a bell? Or you don't care? After all, you have a visa to go to America. After all, you are a citizen of England, so you don't care. I care. Because I have nowhere to go. This is my land. If it's polluted, I stay in it and die. If stupid politicians disturb my land, I am still going to be here and die. Dash him away. So that's what AFRIYIE AKOTO says. Forget the oil, forget the gold, and let's deal with agriculture. It's very wise. That's what we have to do. The land is so blessed. We have the best cocoa in the world. What are you waiting for? For Angel Gabriel to come out and put money in your pocket like the lazy people that you are, going to church and waiting for miracles? Lazy Christians. To God be the glory. Come here! Think say you day wise. When we return, we have more. Keep your messages coming in. We shall read your messages in 2 tranches. In the interim, is the Blakk pot, aka Kukushonomo. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk pot, Kukushonomo.
This is the Blakk pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story. And watch this story well. Ato Forson pleads guilty for ambulance disaster. Who is he? KCL Ato Forson. He's the minority leader in parliament now, having taken over from Haruna Idrisu. And these days, Haruna Idrisu has kept so quiet. Have you realized it? Is he trying to rebel in the sense that, oh, they took it from me, so because Ghanaians are so good at that. If it's not me, then no other person is qualified to do it. I don't want to believe that that's what he's doing. He's a guy that I really love. But, of course, he's handled it and he's handed over to this man here. It's all good, isn't it? Well, you remember there was this ambulance disaster. Ambulances that were imported into the country. They didn't do due diligence. They just imported them. And when they came in, they realized that they were not even the ambulances the nation needed. They had already paid money. In fact, degraded this country's resources, siphoned the money into the bank accounts of foreigners, hemorrhaged this nation. And this guy at the time was in charge. He's called KCL Ato Forson. He went to court. They asked him to pay about $2 million American dollars or whatever. And then there was a plea that, oh, he will pay it gradually, whatever it was. Today we have the details. Come here! Watch me. Dr. KCL Ato Forson seeks plea bargain in 2.37 million euro ambulance purchase trial. Did you see the amount involved? 2.37 million euro. Hey, that's a big amount of money. We all saw the ambulances rotting up in front of the Parliament House. Do we all remember? A report by Daily Guide Network has revealed that Dr. KCL Ato Forson, the minority leader in Parliament and former Deputy Finance Minister, has initiated contact with the Attorney General's office with the hope of reaching a plea bargain arrangement in his ongoing trial. It's a plea. That means they are coming to a certain compromise. Compromise is the word. Oh, yes, I know that I made some mistakes and blah, blah, blah. But please, can you give me the opportunity to do ABC? That's a plea bargain. Dr. Forson is facing charges related to the alleged willful causing of financial loss amounting to 2.37 million euro. Did you see that? Willful. It means washada. Now what say Jueten? That's what it means. To the state. Linked to a contract to purchase 200 ambulances for the Ministry of Health, amongst other charges. The ambulances in question, as detailed in court documents, are described as ordinary buses, lacking the necessary equipment required for ambulance operations. As a to ambulance. Atam skade, boof, bodede, is there one. 200 ambulances. Ambulances, no, baya, or a normal bus, trotro. No equipment in it, nothing in it to befit an ambulance. 200 of them. They ended up sitting in the sun, basking like agama lizards in the tropical sun. Hallelujah. Watch me. Daily Guide sources also indicate that the Attorney General is yet to make a decision on Dr. Forson's letter, but that decision could be ready by October 12, 2023, when the case resumes before the trial court. My God. Now this plea bargain offer comes after the Attorney General's office rejected a similar proposal made by counsel for Richard Jakpa, who is co-defendant in the case alongside Dr. Forson. The previous proposal sought to pay the cedi equivalent of 2 million euro in 2 installments, with a request for the return of 30 defective ambulances and the cessation of criminal prosecution for all 3 accused individuals. So you see, to those who don't understand it, this is what it means. Please, we will pay the money that we wasted on the buses, trotro buses that we lied to you were ambulances. But we don't want you to go through criminal procedures, right? Criminal prosecution. We don't want that tag. If you can take it off in 2 tranches, we shall pay the money. And Attorney General said, Dabida, this is a criminal thing. You willfully, you knew that these were ordinary buses, and yet you brought them into the country to deceive the people that they were ambulances. Dabida. However, the Attorney General's office declined the proposal, citing reasons that included the incomplete restitution of the state's losses and the absence of an admission of guilt by any of the accused parties, which was deemed inconsistent with Ghana's criminal procedure laws. Dash. I truly want this one to go all the way to the end of it all. Nobody is bigger than the truth. It's about Ghana. If we gave power to some people to take care of us, and they decided to bring trotro into the country and call that ambulances, we all saw how those dirty trotros were sitting in the African sun, dying out. Why? Because it's not your money. It's because it's not your money, right? That's why you left it out there to rot up. Because you have no conscience, your conscience is dead. I want to see Dr. Kessiel Ato Forson go through this thing. In fact, radically. The nation's sledgehammer of law must land with a full force. Bang! It doesn't matter who he is. Nobody is bigger than the truth. My brother, my sister, it's about Ghana. You don't wait until you are in opposition. Then your patriotic heart starts beating. When you are in power, you are a common thief. No, sir. That's a quote. Ghanaian politicians wait until they are in opposition before their hearts of patriotism start to tick and talk. once they get back into office, they become common criminals. Quote it everywhere. You want me to repeat it? I said, Ghanaian politicians wait until they are in opposition before their patriotic hearts start to tick and talk. But when they return into power, they are nothing but common criminals. Why? Why? Are you not making children? Are your children better than other people's children? Do you have two hearts or two heads? Everybody has two hands and one head. Why do you think that you deserve better than other people? You rob them of what should have come to them to go and buy throw into the nation and call that ambulances. It's the same reason. For the same reason, I want to see the end to the Airbus issue. It doesn't matter who is involved. I keep telling you, nobody is bigger than the truth. Come here! It's the Blakk Pot. AKA Kukushonoma. Attorney General, we appreciate you and we thank you. Please follow this issue very, very wildly. And make sure that Ghana becomes the winner at the end of it all. We appreciate you and we love you. When we return, we will be reading your messages. My name, Blakk Rasta. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot. Coucou show, man.
This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonoma. Here we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for joining us. So Angola, you now know how it got its name. Yes, that thing there that you saw, you know, that iron knife, whatever is it. It looks like a sickle. It's called Angola. It's called Angola. And that's how come they got that name. And it's used by the kings, you know. It's only the kings who hold it. That's why in the Angolan flag you see that kind of knife, sickle-looking knife, you know. So that's it. Run the story, my youth. He says what? Ato Forson, my brother, my sister, it's our prayer that everything will fall in place and Ghana will be the winner. All right, so let's look at what you have. Okay, so Oja, or better say Oja, says blessings, Dada. Keep up the civilization for our people. Keep up keeping on. Blessed lover. Paul Skimo says, I have been absent for some time now, but I watch offline though. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we are happy to have you back online. Jose Coffee says, Blakk, welcome back. An itching ear awaits your wise counsel. Dash on, my brother. Blessed love, Jose Kofi. Benjamin Kwanzaa says, this is the Blakk Pot. Blakk Rasta, please, on behalf of the Black Empire family, what advice would you give to Cecilia Dapa and the house helps who stole the money? If you were to meet them personally, return all the stolen money to the people, confess all your bad deeds, and allow yourself to be dealt with the law. It's simple. Be patriotic. If you stole it, we will respect you more if you come out and say, listen, this money was stolen. I am sorry I did it. I am now a better person. I want to be able to deal with my country patriotically. Please let the axe of the law fall on my neck. Who clap for you? Petrina Otto says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Woyo, Black Empire Media. We are live now. And we are happy to have you as a family. Ahiagbede Sairam, I know you. She said, watching now. We are also here. All right? We are here. More comments coming in. All right, so who is this? Mirroring Love. Run it, my top general. So Lejima Wena says, good evening, Blakk. Woyo. Benjamin Achu says, word. Boosted says, good question, Blakk Rasta. Bantasi Abdul Latif says, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Blakk Rasta, I am watching you from Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Blakk, can Ghana get someone like you to help move our nation forward? Blakk, keep the fire burning. Wayo! Of course, Ghana has me. I'm here. And we are doing all we can to move the nation forward. With your help, we shall go further. Be the change that you want to see in the country. That's the slogan. Ni Amate Jr. says, Big Bang Belly. Whoa. Tompo says, what happened to the program today? We are on, Tompo. Oh, okay. I'm sure because of the, how's it called? The delay he wrote this. We are here. Thanks so much. We appreciate you. James Godunu says, long time. May hear your ass. Blessed love, my brother. Dignity Combat says, Blakk Rasta, I like you. I like you too. Jane Lisa says, Blakk, when are you coming back on TV, please? Well, we are waiting to be able to make some money so we can get back on TV. That's why we are here for the time. Bring it back. Bring that same thing back. You know. So that's what it is. We will certainly get back. I am in a very bad location, which makes it difficult to listen to you online. Oh my God. I see what you mean. Jane Lisa, we'll see what we can do about it. Yeah? Blessed love, respect, guidance, and protections. Richard Nata says, Blakk Rasta, God bless you for the good job you are doing for our motherland and Africa as a whole. Words cannot describe my appreciation for you. Hey, come here. More fire. Latif Alasan says, good evening. And I say, good evening too. Buhari Muhammad says, teach them, Blakk Rasta. I will teach them. Asma Banda says, more fire. Baba Rufai says, empty-headed old fools. They are not ashamed. They still want to lead Ghanaians. Tompo says, as I always say, Ghana politicians, they are all the same. They only think about their children and family and friends and their political parties and cronies, but not the country. All of them are greedy, both NDC and NPP. Thank you so much for that one. Aziz Aisha says, Blakk, watching you live from where? Is law. Okay, why is law? You are doing the work. Thank you so much, Aziz Aisha. When I'm coming to, I'll look for you so you can give me a good massage. Eh? Tompo says, this money is peanuts for Cecilia Boy, Cecilia Dapa. This is just $2 million for Cecilia Dapa. Destro 1 GH says, you are always saying the truth. But the problem is that our leaders don't care about us. They only care about their own children. Why Ghana? Why Africa? They don't care. Demonstrations are hitting them. They are caring now. They are listening to us. Things are happening in the nation. We will never stop speaking because somebody has refused to hear. We shall speak until they hear. Tompo says political crime go nowhere in Ghana. That's why our politicians are criminals. I like that. I like that. I appreciate that. Next story, my youth. Next story, my youth. Watch me. And this one says what? Come here. You think say you day wise. OSP goes after irate former OBUASI MP. Hey, an NPP. Listen. NPP MP. Former MP for OBUASI East. My brother, my sister, has been talking against his own party. All of them are now talking against Nana Akufo-Addo's arrogance. I didn't know, my brother, my sister, the shape of the devil. We were all imagining what Lucifer looked like. But today, I know that the devil is a short man. Anywhere I see the devil, I know that is a short man. with what is happening in Ghana. That's a quote. We grew up not knowing what the devil Lucifer looked like. But with what is happening in Ghana today, I can tell you that the devil is a short man. You want to hear it again? We grew up not knowing what the devil Lucifer looked like. But with what is happening in Ghana today, I know that the devil is a short man with a bald head and a pot belly. Jesus. This is the man, OBUASI East. He's called Honorable Enin. He said that government officials are buying houses at 30% the value. So if the house goes out for 100 million, government officials will only take it for 30 million. That's what they are doing. One Chenzi United. One Chenzi United. And this is a former NPP MP. So the office of the special prosecutor, Watun Safran. Run the story, my youth. You think say you day wise. OSP invites former OBUASI East MP over NPP members buying 1 million government houses at 400,000 American dollars allegation. Come here, my lord. Hey. Hey. Edward Michael Enin, the former MP for OBUASI East, on the ticket of the NPP, has claimed that the office of the special prosecutor has invited him over claims that government houses priced at $1 million are being sold at 30% or 40% to party members. In a radio interview, he mentioned that the values the NPP traditionally stood for had significantly eroded, leaving behind the amassing of illicit wealth and state funds by leaders and the rank and file of the party. Dash. One Chenzi United. You see, Ochamia Onyim Kasan. Osiden. Nana. Wawa Sumu. My brother, my sister, this is what it is. He's a whistleblower. I clap for the OSP. It's good that he's been invited. He will have the opportunity to tell us more. He will have the opportunity to save this nation from the corrupt hands of this dirty government. Come here. I am glad. This nation will begin to be serious with utterances. There are some people who just make allegations. They can't prove anything. They have seen nothing. But with this man, I believe that when a fish comes out of water and tells you that when the crocodile is sleeping, it raises one hand like this and says, hi. You should believe it. After all, you don't live in the water. It's the fish. Dash it away. Next story. We thank him. We appreciate him. Hey. Listen, in America, in England, a mother can report her own son to the authorities for a wrongdoing. It's about America. It's about England. Not about family. Like that woman. Useless politician. What's her name again? Ajua Safo. My family first. Yes, my family first. And this is a lawyer. Somebody who is supposed to be called a learned friend. Come here, my Lord. What a shame. What happened to patriotism? Thrown to the dogs, right? Anyway, I'm ending on a sad note. I'm crying. Can you see the tears in my eye? Dialysis. My brother, there are some people who have a diseased system. So they cannot pass stool. They cannot even urinate. Sometimes when you are able to go to toilet, you see it as a foregone conclusion. Everything is good. Sometimes when you feel like urinating, just go, chirr, you take it for granted. There are some people, if they feel like using the WC, they try to stop it because they are busily doing something. There are people who are paying to have that thing pulled out of them. There are people who cannot remove it. And for that matter, they need to go through dialysis. Recently, they increased the prices. We came out and made so much noise at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. They don't care. After all, when politicians are sick, they go out there for treatment. Remember when we sang? Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be angel. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, we die for Kolebu. Mr. President, why you wicked so? Tell me how you dey sleep at night too. See them a come, them coming like an angel. But they my thief, you know say they my thief. Mr. President, you coming like your CFA. But you what thief? Me name say we. Check it out on YouTube. It's called Thief President. When I released it, many were those say, oh no, you can't be talking about the president like this. Today they are the same people who are saying, no! We should have even said worse things about this man. My brother, I'm crying. PRISCILLA ASANTE dies. Oh, beautiful girl. Dialysis crisis. Teenage patient who appealed for support from government to pay bills passes on. Hallelujah. Oh, IRRATE. Oh, Mirisun. Oh, Mirisun. A 15-year-old renal patient on dialysis at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital who appealed for support in an interview with Joy News has died. The mother of the young girl, PRISCILLA ASANTE, revealed that her daughter passed away early Sunday at 1 a.m. In an interview with Joy News' Richard Kwejo Nyako, Madam Ruth said that she saw her daughter PRISCILLA bloating on the day of her passing. She added the doctor had informed her that this was an indication both kidneys of the young girl had failed. Speaking with Joy News' News Night on Wednesday, the headmaster of Mampong Catholic A Basic School, where PRISCILLA was a pupil, revealed that the young girl had been writing her third-term examination prior to the tragedy. Mr. Francis Ampong said that the school has noted some unusual changes in PRISCILLA days before her passing and had sent her home to her parents. He stated that there was a delay in sending her to the hospital immediately because her mother, who was home at the time, had no money. However, they managed to send her to a local hospital and later the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, where she died days later. Meanwhile, PRISCILLA's mother noted that her daughter's death came just a month after she started her dialysis treatment. She said that had her daughter survived, the family would have needed about 1,000 every week for her dialysis treatment. That's it. So if the daughter hadn't died, the woman who doesn't even have it, every week, they will have to conjure 1,000 Ghana cedis to do her dialysis. So for some family members, this could even be a blessing. In a nation where there's no insurance, even though they promised us health insurance and forced us to go out and queue in the hot sun and register our names, they only give us paracetamol and chloroquine, medicines long abolished by civilized people. They give it to us. PRISCILLA ASANTE. I know that when there's an opportunity for you to return to the world, you will not choose this country again. OALP, 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 10-year-olds are all going. Yet the dirty old men are in power. Why don't you die so that the younger ones can come and grow? It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Coco Show, where we speak truth to power. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Closing, I'll take your final comments. Tina Ray says, more fire. Agro Shamsu says, I am watching live from USA. Baltimore. Oh, blessed love. Keep it up. Black Rasta Tom posts in Ghana. If you are a criminal, but you don't want to be arrested, just join a political party and you'll be protected. I agree with you. I agree with you. Abdul Rahman Wakilu says, my brother, you are too much. God continue to bless you for Ghana. And then Nana Akom Ben Davis says, this is the word of the Lord. Hallelujah. Thus says the Lord. Black Rasta, I greet you from Ontario, Canada. I'm going to be in Ontario at the end of this month. Yeah? I really like the ideology of the NDC. But if this MP is guilty, he should be punished severely for accountability. Yes, it's about Ghana. It's not about labels and parties. Political crime goes nowhere in Ghana. That's why our politicians are criminals. And that's Tompo responding to that. This is why both the NPP and the NDC are the same people to me. They are all criminals. Abdul Rahman Wakili says, my brother, you are too much. May God bless you for Ghana. Blessed love, guidance, and protection. And this is where we bring an end to the whole thing. Tomorrow is going to be the last day of the week, 5 p.m. sharp. We'll be here until such time when we meet again. I want to say God bless Ghana, continue to pray for Ghana, and continue to remain patriotic. Nothing is bigger than patriotism. I love you. Hey! Wayo!